Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Ella Dishes It Out. Today I'm going to be making several dishes, but we're going to start out with eggplant. We're going to do fried eggplant, and we're going to use shrimp and crab meat. So here's the shrimp and the crab meat. So let's get started. So we're going to start out by coating our eggplant. So let me grab a plate up here, and we're going to put the eggplant on this plate once we've breaded it. Okay, so I've got my egg wash, I've got my, this is fish, seasoned fish fry. So we're going to get started. So first we're going to start with dumping the eggplant in the wash, the egg wash. Make sure both sides coated well, and then we're going to put it into the mixture of seasoned fish fry. I buy the fish fry already pre-seasoned, so I don't have to add any seasoning to it. If you add any seasoning to it, it's going to be too salty. So don't add any seasoning. Tried that once before and it was not a good look. Definitely not a good taste. All right, so just keep shaking up your bag until it's well coated like that on both sides. Then you can put that in the plate. The next piece, just continue doing that with all your pieces. So I'll come back when all my pieces have been coated. Okay, and here's the eggplant that's been coated. So we're getting ready to fry these bad boys up. Let's move over to the stove. Okay, let's get started. I think my grease is hot. We're going to start frying these bad boys. It's not hot enough. I need to turn it up. Turn the fire up a notch. So I'm frying these in grapeseed oil because I ran out of vegetable oil. But it doesn't matter. Grapeseed oil gives it a great flavor. And I'm going to fry this little in. And the big one I'll do last. So turning up my fire, turning up my heat to medium high so that they can start frying faster. I'm going to get a plate to put them on once they're ready. So I've got a plate here. Right here. Put this over to the side. And we're going to let these fry up. Okay, I flipped them over, put the last one in, and I flipped these over, and these are golden brown, these right here. So I'm about ready to take them out. See how brown they are? That looks delicious. Delicious. Very crunchy and tasty. I'm gonna let that one brown a little bit more on that side. That one too. Flip that over. More. This one I just put in, so it's going to take a minute. This one's ready to come out. Look how delicious golden brown that is. I like mine kind of dark brown rather than light brown because it gives it a crunchy taste, and I like it to be crunchy. So this recipe is called fried eggplant seafood dish because I'm gonna take some heavy whipping cream and some seasonings, and I'm gonna make my sauce, and then I'm gonna pour that on top of the eggplant, and I'm gonna fry my shrimp and put that on top of the eggplant as well. So we're getting ready to start frying our shrimp. I'm going to take this one out. Yep, it's ready. This one just got in there. Let's see if this one's ready. Just a little longer. Okay, I'm going to start putting my shrimp in here now. Frying the shrimp up. I got this bag of shrimp that I did the same thing, put it in the egg wash, and then I put it in the seasoning mix. And we're just gonna drop them in here and let them fry up. I left the tails on for aesthetic purposes. So when I dish it out, you'll see what I'm talking about. I've made this recipe before on my YouTube channel. It was a while back, so I decided to do it again because I just love fried eggplant. They used to have this dish at Cheesecake Factory years ago, but they stopped. They took it off their menu and they don't make it anymore. Sometimes they would, when I would go years ago, I would ask them to make it for me and they would, but now they don't even carry eggplant anymore. So that's just, you know, I can make it myself. I can do it myself. Let's see if this is ready to flip over. Yeah, it's ready to flip over. I'm going to put the shrimp on this plate. We're just going to let that fry until it's golden brown, and we're going to get ready to make our sauce. Okay, the shrimp are golden brown. See? They're golden brown. Turn the light on so you can see how golden brown they are. And I'm just going to take them out of the oil. Notice it was so dark in my camera. Okay, turn this oil off. Let those cool off, and we'll come back when we get ready to make the sauce. Okay, here are the ingredients we're going to be using to make our sauce. We've got some cayenne pepper and some seasoning, garlic seasoning, celery seasoning, I'm sorry. 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 1/2 teaspoon of celery seasoning, celery powder, and then we've got here teaspoon of smoked paprika. We've got 1/2 cup of onions, 1/2 cup of red peppers, 1/2 cup of green peppers, butter, and we've got 1.5 cups of half and half. And we're going to also add some garlic butter sauce to our sauce. All right, so we're going to go over to the stove and start preparing the sauce. Okay, let's get started with our sauce. First, we're going to melt the butter. That's the first thing we're going to do. We're going to pour in our onions and our bell peppers. Onions and bell pepper. And the green peppers. Okay. Then we're going to add our seasoning. Smoked paprika, sorry, our celery salt and our cayenne pepper, and we're going to add the crab meat last, and that sauce last. I'm going to add I'm going to add a tablespoon of minced garlic. I didn't mention that before. That just makes the flavor so delicious. We're just going to cook this until the vegetables are soft. While that's cooking, I'm going to open my lump crab meat. I'm not going to put it in there yet. It will be the last thing I add. I'm also going to add a few shrimp in there. Just a few shrimp. Not a lot of shrimp. Okay. Let that continue, the butter continue to melt and cook these vegetables. Next, I'm going to throw my shrimp in. Just let those vegetables and shrimp cook, and we'll be back. Okay, now we're ready for our heavy whipping cream. Pour that in there. Give it a stir. And we're going to add our garlic butter sauce. I guess about maybe, not much, maybe about a quarter of a cup. That garlic butter sauce. And I'm going to taste this sauce while it's cooking down. I want it to get thicker, so I'm going to add some flour to it. That's so good. I can taste the garlic and the onions and the seasonings. But I'm going to add some flour so it can thicken up. Add just a little bit of flour. I want my sauce to be thick. I'm just gonna add a little flour, a little bit of, oh my gosh, that's sugar. I added in there. Well, it's gonna be a little sweet, on the sweet side. Let's see, let me grab my flour. Sorry for that mistake, guys. Okay, got my flour. I should have read my label before I started pouring stuff. Okay. Get a fork. Stir this together. Maybe that's a secret ingredient, to add sugar. Oh my goodness. It's gonna be sweet, that's for sure. I'm going to put some pinch of salt in there to try to break that sweetness up. I think I'll do that. Grab a salt shaker. Put a little bit of salt in there. Okay, I'm going to turn this heat down. I'm going to add a little bit more flour. It's not as thick as I want it to be. So as you see, I didn't measure the flour, I just kind of eyeballed it to see how much I want to put in there. how thick I want it to be. So you just have to go by ear how thick you want it to be. It's thickening up now. Put it on low heat. It's on low heat. You see it's thickening up very nicely. Very, very nicely. I'm going to turn it all the way to lower setting. Should have scraped the sides. Get my spoon and scrape the sides. And you want to scrape the bottom too as well. So yeah, that's pretty thick right there. See the thickness, consistency of it. That's how I want it. Now I'm going to add my crab meat. Probably use a half a container crab meat. Half of this container. Okay. Crab meat to the side. Use my fork now to break this up. Just back in my spoon. That up. Just stir it on in there. Okay, this sauce is ready. It is ready, baby. Okay, we're getting ready to plate this dish up. Stay tuned. Okay, we're ready to plate this dish up. So we got this in the plate. I'm gonna take some of the sauce. I'm gonna pour it over the plate. Doesn't that look so delicious? Oh boy. That looks delicious. And then I'm gonna grab some shrimp. Put it on top. And hope it doesn't fall down. Grab some shrimp on the side. And voila, there you have it. Ella's stuffed eggplant casserole. Looks delicious, doesn't it? I need to add one more thing. Now it's time to taste. Turn the camera around to me. This is so good. It's delicious. The sauce, the eggplant has that crispy taste to it. It is delicious, y'all. You guys have to try this recipe. It is so good. I'm just gonna garnish this plate with some parsley. And there you have it. Doesn't it look delicious? You can add more sauce to it if you like. It's up to you. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in to Ella Dishes It Out. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. Bye.